Hi, how the hell are you?
What's going on, Kenny?
Bad mood, real bad mood to start off the day. And I shouldn't be. Jose Ramirez was great last night. We will get to that, I promise, at some point in this show. I got cut off, and it was an honor to be cut off in traffic yesterday on the way home. And I will tell you who cut me off. 9:45 this morning. Tell everybody at the end of the show who cut me off in traffic. You want me to do that?
Sure.
It was, honestly, I'm not mad. I should be mad about that. I'm not. It was an honor to be cut off by this person, I should say. Right there on 77 South. But I'm in a bad mood already. Is Jared Verse speaking today? I know he came into town yesterday. Is Jared Verse speaking today, tomorrow? When do we know?
That was the plan last I heard.
All right, my phone will light up, I'm sure. Let me get something off my chest here. So I said yesterday, like how a lot of Browns fans feel. To me, from the ones I've spoken to, is that I think a lot of Browns fans feel it's like, hey, man, we had someone really, really, really special. And through all the bad stuff, even some of the stuff that might have been his fault, through all the bad stuff, it was like, we got this really special player, so we felt special, even though we weren't very good. And somehow, the one clip that Joey sent out, God bless Joey, I love Joey, it's like getting picked up by like ball knower, like YouTube guys, podcast guys. It's like, guys, no Browns fan. These people don't know what Jared Verse brings to no Browns fan. I've not met one Browns fan on the phones, in public, anywhere, who thinks Jared Verse is bad. This is not about Jared Verse.
Yeah, if anything, I think people almost overreacted to the opposite, that people are expecting him to fill the shoes of Myles Garrett. I'm like, you better not do that. You better not assume he's going to get like 18 sacks next year. Yeah, because that's not happening.
I don't think there are a lot of people who do. I think they're going, no, this guy's a really, really, really good player. He's more than solid. He could develop into like, I got to tell you, I said this on TV last night. Can I say it to you? At the end of the year, I know they just signed Nick Herbig to $100 million, right? And they got Alex Highsmith over there, and TJ Watt is slowly making his way into his life's work, in the words of Chuck Noll, after his career is over. And Trey Hendrickson just went to the Baltimore Ravens. Could I make the prediction, could I make the claim that Jared Verse, a lot of pressure's on Mike Rutenberg, could Jared Verse be the best pass rusher in the division by the end of the year?
Yeah.
Thank you. Not? Okay. I wanted to ask.
Now
whether or not it was a crazy thing. To wonder. Can I wonder?
Yeah, I mean, people will probably say, what, he's only got 12 sacks in his career.
He's only going into year 3. Myles Garrett did. I mean, Myles Garrett had, 20? So that's a lot. That is a lot. 12.5. I mean, you go from 4.5 to 7.5. That's a nice number.
It just has to be really productive this year.
If you use him in a 4-3, if he's not doing some of the other things that he's done, he should be good against the run. He's obviously good against the run. Now, the run thing is something that we've usually told ourselves about other guys, but he should be able to get to the quarterback. I mean, can I predict double-digit sacks this year for Jared Verse? Can I do that? Going into year 3, you're going into your prime. Can I not? Now, I know that's a lot of faith in Mike Rutenberg. We don't know.
Here's the thing I don't want to do. I don't want to make it seem like...
You don't want to put too much on him?
I don't want to say that he has to replace Myles Garrett's production.
No.
Which I think people are going a little overboard.
But if he ends up with 10 sacks this year...
Yeah, the wild swings in the discussion about him when they traded for him, most Browns fans don't watch. You know, they're not watching, all of their games the way that we watch our games. So... They didn't necessarily know. And then by the end of the day, it was, oh, my God, this could be the next Myles Garrett. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't do that either. You're going to be sadly disappointed.
I'm not saying that. Like, Myles Garrett wasn't just the best in the division. He was the best of everybody. It's not that. But I'm thinking, gosh, could he end up being like, I don't know what Trey Hendrickson's going to, he's probably going to do pretty well with the Ravens, but I don't know how great he's going to be. And I just wonder by the end of the year, with how their defense is, he is a quote drop off, obviously, from Myles Garrett, but I don't think there's been one Browns fan who has said this guy sucks. Who is this guy? Like, they've learned about him, even if they didn't know about him. I think they think he's really good. I think they're excited for him. I think they've seen the videos of him on NFL.com and him being mic'd up and getting people excited. And I think they want some vocal leadership and a sheriff in the locker room. I know we've had Evan Mobley jokes before about it.
Somebody
but I think
actually
they want to
show up to stuff.
They want a guy. They want a guy who's going to be there and bring this team along, because you need younger vocal guys. and I'm just getting a little annoyed. In fact, well, I'm not getting a little annoyed. I'm getting a lot annoyed by. I'm not talking about any of the Cleveland guys who do the podcast, the Bearded Brown, like none of those guys. I'm not talking about you, no. But like the drop in on a fan base when you never talk to a fan base, it's like, yeah, man, I know you can draw it all up and you've learned all the lingo and you've sat there and watched all the Sean McVay tapes. I got it. Why don't you go actually talk to some fans? Okay, go through what a fan is going through a little bit emotionally, just so you kind of got an idea what fans go through. Because when you don't mix the human element into it, I think you look like an idiot. When you're trying to talk down to Browns fans who they poured their hearts and emotions into Myles Garrett at 1-31, and they went 0-16 with him, and then we were thinking that we were going to go to Super Bowls at one point, and now this moment, I think it's sinking in, not like, oh God, Myles is gone. I don't know how you feel about it. I saw the press conference yesterday with Myles. Did you see the press conference yesterday with Myles? I kind of just felt he'd fit right in with the Rams. And it's not about that. I think it's sinking in with me, just like, there's a lot to go through here. We got a lot of work to do as fans. Got a lot of work to do as they have a lot of work to do as an organization. We got a lot of football we have to watch on Saturdays again and on Sundays, and we got a lot to get ready for here because we're about to go through all this all over again, and hopefully with Jared Verse, get this other position right so we don't end up wasting our time with Jared Verse. Like we don't want to waste our time with him because we're going to get at least 5 what should be really good years out of him.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to be where he's 30 years old going, well, here we go. We got another bust, and this guy sucks, and now we got to let go of Jared Verse. Like, I don't want to do that. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. At 6 in the morning, I'm percolating on something. But it's amazing. I got cut off in traffic yesterday, and I'm not even mad about that. In fact, I'm honored by it. And here I am mad about this.
Yeah, but so
and
wait,
I should be happy. Jose was great yesterday. We won, beat the Yankees.
Well, what was the big deal about clips that were being circulated? I don't
need to go over it. I know you weren't probably paying attention to it very much, so we'll just move on from it. Myles Garrett spoke. Unless you I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to piece together why you're so.
I'm not trying to start a fight.
Why you're so annoyed? I mean,
I explained it though. I thought I explained it clearly though. That's why. So I was just assuming you were ready to move on with something else in the conversation. I was just getting. No, if you want me to explain again, I'll explain again. I just feel I have to be defensive over the fan base. Like, I think the fan base is certainly open to the idea of Jared Verse and the pick that they got with him. The first round pick that they got with him and the other picks that they got with him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take a swipe at you there.
In terms of being like defensive or anything like that, I just think it's a reality. Myles Garrett was here for 9 years. He was awesome. It didn't make sense for him to toil on a rebuilding team.
And I think a lot of Browns fans know that.
I think it's his. Well, they didn't. No, they didn't know that because we sat there and tried to explain why this was in the realm of possibilities for a long time now, and it's a player that asked out pretty clearly. I mean, guys, come on. He did not want to be here anymore.
But were they mad at him when he asked out? Some were.
Yes,
but I think a lot of Browns fans are mad at the Browns.
It was that until the first chance they had to be mad at him again. Like I think a lot of people now, what I've seen, I don't know, we have different realities on the internet and social media and reaction, and listening to the shows and people that call in. Like, I don't know, yesterday was not call after call after call, ripping into Myles or anything like that. People were excited about Verse. I think people should be excited about this. And this is the only way out of this. The only way out of this, it was never going to be Myles to just stay here, be a good soldier. And for in 3 years, maybe the quarterback that we take in this year's draft to build his way. Like, it was never going to be that way.
Well, do you agree with me?
We were going to need to do everything we could, throw everything at the wall in terms of darts to try to, stockpile not only quarterback, but just continuing adding talent. I mean, if anything, I saw Andrew Berry getting a ton of credit for the stuff that he was doing. And I think fans should be excited about that. I know it's easy to be excited about picks compared to players that are outgoing, but I think overall, what I've seen a healthy reaction out of most Browns fans that are like, yeah, it sucks that we're losing Myles Garrett.
I'm on the same page with you there. Yeah. I think a lot of people are like, man, I think it sucks. It's like, all right, because they're telling you what they think of all these fights we've had about the quarterbacks If they thought the quarterbacks were going to be good, like, by the way, I know what Mary Kay's been writing about Deshaun Watson. I think if they felt that strongly about Deshaun Watson or they felt that strongly about anybody in the quarterback room, Myles Garrett doesn't go anywhere. If they felt like we were going to rise like a phoenix here and be a good football team, I don't think they trade Myles Garrett. I know. Because I think they're going, well, we got Jared Verse is really, really good, but we have the greatest of all time, and maybe this is our quarterback here. We're going to see how this goes.
Like if we had Jackson,
when they pull
honestly,
that string, that's it.
If we had Jackson Dart like in house right now, maybe they don't trade Myles Garrett. Seriously,
I think you're right. I think that we can go back in history and say whether or not they should have done certain things last year. But yeah, if they had a guy who
even can I say Bo Nix? If Bo Nix was here, are they trading Myles Garrett? And I don't even think the world of Bo Nix.
No,
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, but
you could go to the playoffs.
He's good enough to keep playing on a playoff team, but he's not good enough to be really excited about the future. But you would like the Broncos, if they had Myles Garrett with Bo Nix, would not be trading Myles Garrett.
Correct.
Their defense is their calling card.
Of course, they'd also.
And Bo Nix does sort of well enough to get him past.
Yeah, they'd also have a head coach that they knew.
That's a great argument. I think that's a great point.
We like Todd Monken, but we don't know. He's never proven it as a head coach.
Yes.
Their head coach has, obviously.
Boy, there's a lot to get into today. We got players coming out of the woodwork, old players coming out of the woodwork to go after the Browns, go after the Cavs.
Yeah. Our weather. We have other insiders going after our weather.
There's going to be a lot of fast talking between clips here today. We got Zach coming up. It's going to be wild. Myles Garrett, though, he was talking yesterday. I'm glad we cleared that up. I apologize for taking a swing at you there.
Oh, whatever.
I didn't mean it to come off that way. Myles Garrett spoke yesterday to the assembled media. He said he loves L.A.
Very excited to be here. It's an honor and a blessing to be in this building. I have a lot of respect for all the guys here, from the coaching staff, management, and many of the players. I've got to see it firsthand. It's a very quality team, quality business. I like the way things operate, and I'm looking forward to help bring a championship here to LA.
All right, so he's pretty excited about having a chance to win a championship. He did go a little bit further in his availability. Can we go skip to 03? He did give love to Cleveland here. He said that his family has become a part of the community.
I don't take my time in Cleveland for granted. I did love being there. My family had become really a part of the community. You definitely had started to plant roots, had a home, just becoming friends with all the people in your neighborhood, and getting to know people and getting out and just feeling like this is your second home. Stuff like that tears at you to leave and to break away, but that's just a part of the things you learn and have to adjust to as you grow up and learn you have to move on.
Weird history. It will end up being a weird history. Like, we have to move on. He has to move on. I'm not rooting against him. Well, I have to root against them until they make the playoffs, and then I have to root against them until they make the Super Bowl. Then, if they make the Super Bowl, depending on who they're playing, I might
feel
just
like
pull
you
for
have
them.
to. You have
31
to
and 32. There's not that big of a difference for me in those picks. So if they get to like the wild card round, I got to pull against them. I'm sorry.
In a weird
way,
way,
it's business. I got to do what I got to do.
And maybe there's some NBA lore bleeding into this. Like in sports, and then Mike Trout, we never really got to find out, on the biggest of biggest stages. But like the best guys that do this for a living in every sport, you want to see what they could do on the biggest stages.
Yeah, of course.
You really do. And everybody, not just Browns fans, the entire NFL has been deprived of seeing Myles Garrett on a real contender, like a certifiable contender, with the exception of the 1 year that we ran into the Chiefs and, helmets collided, and that was the end. A ball fumbling over into the end zone, and that was it. That was that for our chances. And now I feel like, in a way, and this is cruel, and for Browns fans, and we are certainly, three of them right here in this studio, like, it sucks, it's bittersweet, but now we get to see kind of what should happen with a guy as talented as Myles Garrett. We don't always get that. And now we get to see just how good he is and what we get to tell our grandchildren about whether or not he can truly be one of the best to ever put a helmet on.
So you get let me ask you this real quick. You got a 2028 second rounder. Is that what it is? And it's 29 third rounder?
It's 27 first, 28 second, 29 third.
All right. So do I have to sit there and root against them for 3 years, or we just got the first round pick and we need the quarterback this year? So yeah, I don't hope anything personally bad happens to him. I don't wish injury or anything. I just hope they lose. I have to. It's a business. I have to.
Yeah, I
have to do what's best for the Browns.
I get that,
there's nothing personal.
But you rooting for or against is not going to change how dominating and how awesome Myles Garrett is. So I don't think it serves you any better to sit there on every play dialed in, going, I hope Myles gets triple teamed and doesn't do anything on this play. Like, I just think it's going to come. He's going to be awesome. He's going to be amazing. The Rams are, unless Stafford gets injured, they're going to be really good. Who knows? Even if Stafford gets injured, they'll probably still be really good. So I don't want you to lose. I don't want you to be anxious or have it ruin your NFL football season if the Rams are winning games week in and week out.
I got to worry about the Browns first. I don't think I'm going to be despondent if the Rams win football games, because I think they won a lot of football games, so there's no point in me being despondent.
They've won a lot of games without him. I think they'll be okay.
If I'm watching the 4 o'clock window and you click in right before Sunday Night Football and they're playing the 49ers and they're driving and they're down by 2, I hope that Matt Stafford throws a pick. I have to. I need the very best pick. And then next year, go out and do whatever you got to do. I got my guy. We'll see where it goes. I got nothing against you.
7 times.
All right. So I'll watch in prime time.
1, 2, 3, 5.
And it'll be more than that. It'll be more than 7.
It's not personal at all.
They play on Christmas Day.
He's a great football player here. It's not personal, but I have to hope for what's best for my favorite football team, and he no longer plays on it.